What's up, guys? We're back here at Atlas Empire's Troop Spotlight. Let's go on to the next unit that you might get. This unit unlocks at the Great Hall level 5. It's the Tempest. It is arguably one of the best units in the game. It's essentially a super-powered archer. It has the same range as an archer. It costs 5 housing spaces, though, instead of 1. It does take a long time to recruit. It takes 5 minutes. But if you look at the stats here, it's definitely worth the investment. 130 HP, so a significant amount of HP. Damage per hit is at 155. That's unheard of for a ranged troop. Like the archer did, I think, like around 11 or 12 for their hit. This is doing almost 10 to 15 times more than the archer. And then the recruit cost is a little bit more expensive at 160 gold. Let's go show this troop off in action. So with it being so powerful, you can just do a whole squad of nothing but Tempest. Unfortunately, some of them will die. And then it's going to take you 5 minutes to recruit the Tempest again and back into your army. So I don't necessarily like having a full army of Tempests. They are, if you do group them up together, they are going to die to the mortar in a couple hits. Thankfully, they have a lot of HP, so they can survive several hits from the mortar. And by the time the mortar fires its third shot, they're going to kill the mortar. So one of the best things to do with these guys, or these chicks, is to drop a defensive item like a golem, for example. Something just to soak up damage and let them go to town. So like you see, they've just wrecked the mortar from range, out of the range of the walls. Now there's only one defensive structure left. Well, actually 2. There's the sentry, and then there's another archer tower up there. We're actually not gonna bother with. Maybe we'll just show you the power of these guys. In a real battle, I probably would just call it quits right now. There's only 1900 lumber, and I would rather save my Tempests. I don't want any of them more to die, so we'll see how many have died. I think maybe 2 have died in this battle, which isn't terrible. That's a 10-minute recruit time. So Tempests really love the heal spell. Tempests really love the freeze spell, because if you can disable, so yeah, we lost 3 Tempest, 1 Golem, and 1 Axeman. So around 15 minutes for the Tempests, and then a few minutes for the Golem. So ideally, what you probably want to do is you probably want to, let's take a look here at the archers. So you probably want to have a couple of archers so they can act as meat shields as well. And also you can drop them down in little spots and not really worry about them. The Tempests are your big damage dealers, and you can see their stats just blow the archer away. Even though they cost 5 times as much housing spaces, they get a lot more stats. So the archer has 25 HP, the Tempest has a huge amount, more than 5 times. The archers do 11 damage, the Tempests do like 150 damage. So that's 15 times damage on the Tempest. The recruit cost, it's a lot higher, 15 times higher or so. But it doesn't really matter. It's the time. The recruit time is the big deal. Because you can't just sacrifice these Tempests like candy. You want to be able to play the game multiple fights in a row. And you want to keep these Tempests alive. We'll go ahead and throw a Golem. We're going to speed this up so we can jump right into the battle. And we are on the test server right now, so I do not have 64,000 gems on the live server. This is a test server. They were given to you. So this would be a more realistic what you are doing with the Tempests. You have a couple of archers, you have a decent amount of Tempests, and you'd be sniping off a lot of the structures. Instead, I'd probably take Golem, maybe a few Axemen, And you'd be looking for the loot. You know, obviously you're looking for loot, you're looking for trophies. So over here, we're going to check out the corners. And nothing there. So we're going to go ahead and click on some archers for right now. We're going to drop one archer there just to clear out one little thing. We're going to drop an archer there to clear out one little thing. Because we're going to make our way to the town hall here. We're going to drop some Tempest there, Tempest there. Then we're going to go ahead and drop that. So the Golem's going to soak up a little bit of damage for right now. We're also going to drop the remaining archers on this left side over here to act as a meat shield for the Tempests, since the Golem went to the right. You can see the Golem also already died. But we've taken down, and so at this point we would go ahead and retreat, because we don't want to lose troops. So we only lost one Tempest in that, which is not terrible at all, and one Golem. We lost a few archers, but no big deal. So we'd be able to jump into probably another battle pretty quickly. We could drop up some of those, maybe recruit one of those. And we'll go ahead and recruit another Tempest. So here, when you are a little bit lower on troops, you have to be a little bit more strategic when you are attacking. So this is a base you definitely can beat, but is it worth it to risk your troops? Because you're probably going to lose a couple of them against these archer towers here. You could take out the town hall. I think it is worth it. So let's go ahead and drop down a couple of the axemen. Once they get the aggro, we're going to switch over to Tempests. And they all got shredded, so we're going to go there. We're going to retreat as soon as we can out of there, and we only lost 4 axemen. So totally worth it right there to just zip in, zip out, get your troops. And like that's just the power of this DPS that the Tempest has. And these are level 1 Tempests. We're going to do one more battle here. Kind of show you sniping off structures and things. So we wouldn't want to take that with this weak little army. I mean, we only have 12 troops, so we need to be more selective on our bases that we can attack. We could win that fight there. And here's one right here. So here's a base that we're just going to get free resources. We're going to go ahead and drop all the Tempest down there because why not? We're going to drop a couple archers up there to collect some of that lumber. And then we're just going to watch. And we're going to see as our troops start getting fired on, and then we're going to retreat out real quick so nobody dies, and we can go into the next battle. And as we did that, some of the troops that we have been training have now finished. And eventually, once you get your full army back up to speed and you're ready to go, you can then jump into the harder battles. Alright, now this is what the Tempest looks like at level 7. So in these videos, we always do a low level and then a high level version. Show you off the stats here. 205 HP, so the HP doesn't go up that much. But the damage per hit goes up insane to 287. The recruitment cost goes up about double to 300. And everything else stays the same. 5 minutes to recruit, 5 housing spaces, etc. So let's jump into a high level battle here and show you these guys off. Same basic strategies can still work. You will lose more Tempests in these high level bases because there's just so much defensive structures. So for this, we went kind of just all Tempest, and we're going to go ahead and drop them. There's 2 mortars there. We need to kill this mortar. So we're going to drop them in the bottom and then some on the right here. Alright. Drop one there. Well, that's just an archer. Just drop some archers down. Drop a Tempest up there. Drop a Tempest up there. A Tempest over there. Tempest over there. And then we're going to go with our actual attacking squad up here. We're going to go ahead and freeze that. We're going to heal this up. And we're going to go ahead and drop some more Tempest now behind there. Go back to freeze spell. And we're going to drop the freeze there. We're going to go back to heal spell. Hopefully we can heal up these Tempests. We actually need to heal up the ones up there more. And you can see we've already cleared 67, 68% of the base. At this point, we'd probably want to retreat if we were just looking for trophies. If we were looking for resources, we would still go and attack the center here, the Great Hall. And then now we would probably retreat, as most of the Tempests have died. But we end up stealing 260,000 loot, 81,000 lumber, 40,000 stone. So, like, it cost a lot. So it cost us around 2 hours almost to make this army. But we were able to get tons and tons of loot. So that right there would have been almost enough. That would have been half of our entire storage at this higher level. And they just, like, the Tempest just blew through that base. Let's show you one more video. Let's do a little bit of Golems this time. And then Tempests. Tempests also really like dragons. We haven't talked about dragons yet because we haven't unlocked them in this series. So, we're going to just sneak ahead and use a dragon or so. And of course, you always want a little bit of archers. So Dragon acts as a great tank. And we see a lot of empty buildings right here, no defensive structure, so we're going to definitely attack from down at the bottom there and work our way up. A lot of the defensive structures are up here in the top. So we're going to drop some archers up here in the top just to slowly clear these things out. And we'll drop one more archer there, and then our main forces are going to go down here. And then we're going to drop... I shouldn't have dropped all the golems at once. Alright, so we're going to heal up the golems, because they're going to take some mortar damage, and since they're all bunched up together, I'm going to go ahead and drop down the dragon. I'm going to go ahead and freeze this. So we got the mortar, and then we got the anti-air. Drop the heal spell for the Tempests. You can see now they're at the Great Hall, and they're going to just be able to kill this very quickly. At that point, we definitely just run out of here, because we want to save the troops once again. So this one, we only lost 4 Tempest, 4 Golems, and 5 Archers. And we got 59,000, 39,000, and 4,500. So a decent amount of loot. We didn't lose hardly as much as the last time. And you can see that is the power of the Tempest. The Tempest is just a really, really good unit. Highly recommend that you upgrade the Tempest. Alright guys, what strategies are you using for the Tempest? Do you like her? Do you dislike her? Post it down in the comment section. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching.